Hey, Brad, what's that?
What's what?
That thing right in front of you, man.
Oh, you mean the script that's telling me to remind our listeners to subscribe to Geeklirious on iTunes or any platform of their choice?
Yeah, but wasn't there more?
Alright, let me take a look. Hey, there's a part where I tell the listeners to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter using our handle @Geeklirious.
Yeah, that's the best line I ever wrote.
Oh, crap. I deleted it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 49 of Geeklirious. My name is Brian Cambriello. His name is Mike Tessmacher.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Very good.
Very good. You have a good Halloween?
Yeah, pretty good.
How about
as good as your hair.
My hair?
You got something? Yeah, you got like a wave thing going on. I like it.
My nickname in high school was John Stamos.
I see it now.
So as always, before we start, we'd like to give a big thanks to the guys at Geeked Up Comics and Games, because we record here every week. They allow us to record. It's super cool. You should come down. They're located in beautiful, sunny North Massapequa, New York. Unless you come at night, then it's dark. But still nice.
It's sunny inside.
It's sunny inside when the lights are on. They got comics, they got games, they got collectibles.
You know, things comic book stores have.
Yeah, and then, usually during the week, they got all kinds of stuff going on. You know, Dungeons and Dragons and fighting game tournaments.
Never stop.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh!, stuff like that, card games.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we're here. Speaking of us, if you want to follow us here at Geeklirious, the social media links are in the description down below. There's Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube, and you can email us. You can rate us on iTunes. It's all that good stuff.
A lot of great stuff. Great ways to get in touch.
Yeah, it helps us out. Share us around if you like the episode. If you like us, if you think we suck, let us know.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't think we suck, though. I think we're doing pretty good so far.
You know, we could do better, but...
Well, we can always do better. There's no such thing as perfection, Mike.
You haven't met me before.
I've literally known you for, multiple years. We're going to have a little bit of fun today. We did one of these back when we were still doing, weekly Mike versus Brian's. But I think we're going to try to just once in a while still do them, because it was fun. It was a good time.
Yeah.
As Jeremy Johns would say, good time, no alcohol required. So we're going to do a Mike and Brian answer Reddit.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what that is, it's where we go onto the Ask Reddit subreddit and try to answer the questions ourselves. But this time around, we're doing top posts all time. So these are the top rated posts from the history of the subreddit. Some go back a couple years, some go back a couple months, and we're gonna pick a few out and try to answer them to the best of our ability.
Yeah, sometimes, we won't be able to. Other times we will.
Right. But before we get into that, we like to play a little bit of catch up, see what each other has been doing lately. So, Mike, as usual, want to start us off. Let me know. Let the viewers know, the listeners know what you've been doing.
Yeah. The usual, pretty much.
Breathing, eating, sleeping.
A little bit of that. Mainly reading comics. I started reading Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is a few years now. A few years old now. That was Dan Slott's when he started doing Spider-Man, and it's I started reading it because it pretty much follows the whole story of the game that came out recently.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Spider-Man game for the PlayStation?
Yeah,
okay.
That's where Mr. Negative gets introduced, a lot of that stuff.
Very cool.
Yuri Watanabe, and a lot of that stuff from the game is pretty much Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is really good. And I haven't read it in a while, and I don't think I ever fully read it. So, comics, you miss some occasionally. So I'm reading it now and it's actually really good. Spider-Man's always good, and I really like Slott, how he writes. Really good. And it's cool that the game takes so much of that, which is really nice. So getting to play that and reading. So if you played the game, I definitely recommend reading Spider-Man Brand New Day. Unless you're not familiar with... actually, even then, because if in Civil War, Peter Parker reveals his identity to the world as Spider-Man. But in this... What happened was, a little bit before Brand New Day, there was a series called One More Day, and basically he gets Doctor Strange to make everyone forget that he revealed himself.
Oh, wow.
So there was some trickery there. I have to read that.
Like the forget-me-not pills.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's like interesting, and a lot of people had problems with that when that happened, but whatever. Really good. Brand New Day is really good. Other than that, I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2, which has been taking up most of my life.
So, from what you've played so far, what do you think?
I'm like a quarter way through it.
I heard it's a very long game.
Yeah, just because, well, I don't think, like, if you just really stayed to the main campaign, then maybe not. Although I heard even then it's still like 20 hours. But, yeah, there's just so much to do between robbing people and going to the saloon and playing poker and playing dominoes and going fishing, hunting, and so much stuff to do. You get sidetracked a lot with doing stuff. And I really like how it's not like, in like Assassin's Creed games where it's very like, okay, mark this off your checklist that you have a list of doing. In this, it's more natural. Like, you don't really get bogged down with things. It's kind of like do stuff in the moment and how you get introduced to characters. Like, it's very smooth and natural. Like, it doesn't just like go into a cutscene and you're on doing your own thing. No, it's like you're very a part of it, and never like it's very natural how it flows into everything. And talking to people is like, you press L2 and you can pretty much talk to anybody in the world, and it's really cool.
That's cool.
But you can either like talk to them in a positive way, or you can be like, you can antagonize them, and that's like really fun too. Huh. And you get into fights, and the fighting is really fun. You just block and pretty much just hit circle a bunch, and you can do some really cool things. And I like the dual wielding the pistols.
That's cool.
It looks so cool, just bam, 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 bam. Really good. I don't want to say too much of the story because I'm sure you want to play it eventually. So I'm not gonna.
I do, yeah. It's
after Spider-Man and all that other stuff.
I know it's not the play Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so much to it, and I haven't even gotten to like a lot of the main. Like I think I'm still on chapter 3, which is still fairly early, I think. Really good. It's setting up, like, because you set up a camp in these different areas, like, because you're escaping the law and stuff, so you have to occasionally, make it. It's so detailed. You have different horses you can buy, and you can build your bond with them. I seen the horse poop while I was riding it. That was really cool.
I heard their balls shrink in the snow.
You know what? I wasn't looking, but I probably should have.
Someone posted a GIF on Reddit, I think.
Yeah.
Of like the before and after, and I'm like, that's hysterical.
Yeah.
The fact that details in the game, it just goes to show like how ridiculously in depth everything is.
Exactly, yeah, because everything like that, everything's detailed like that, between shaving and the fact that you can gain weight and lose weight, and you have to monitor what you're eating.
Oh, wow. That's like a throwback to San Andreas.
Exactly, yeah. A lot of that, it's not like cumbersome where, you have to eat every 2 minutes or nothing, but, yeah, you have to eat and you have to sleep, and So does your horse. Your horses have, they need to rest, and you gotta hitch them and to make them stay put. And the horse is really cool because he acts as like a secondary inventory to
so you can
carry around all your stuff.
You can plant stuff on him.
Yeah, well,
Cool.
yeah, pretty much all you can only carry a limited amount of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So your horse pretty much carries everything else.
That's cool.
Your extra, like your bow and arrow for hunting, all that other stuff.
It sounds like they really try to. So what? All right. So what happens if you're out on a mission or something and your horse gets killed while carrying all of your supplies? Like, do you have to come back with a different horse and load up?
Yeah. Well, I don't think.
Or just lose all your supplies.
See, my horse hasn't died yet, so I couldn't really say. But from what I know is from what I think, they can die. You don't lose your stuff. You just have to get your saddle and put it on another horse.
Okay.
Stuff because there's different types of horses. Right now I have a war horse because they don't really get scared from the shots and all that stuff.
Oh, cool.
Because if you shoot, other horses will just bolt, and get scared and stuff. So I use a war horse. They have racing horses. They have farm horses. So much different stuff. I was herding sheep and selling them.
That's really cool.
There's so much stuff. Yeah, hunting and the dominoes is really fun. I like playing dominoes.
Yeah, it's like a gambling game. That's cool.
Fishing is really hard and time consuming, so I don't kind of like how it is in real life. A lot of waiting around and not much. I keep getting 3-4 pound crappy fish, and I'm looking for those 10-pound up ones so I can sell them for some good stuff. But it really, oh man, so much. I could go on and on, but I'll.
You have to pull a Pokemon and upgrade to the better rod.
You probably do have to get better rods. I have a pretty good. I think I have the starting rod, so I don't know, but really fun. Just the story's really good too. I had a problem with GTA 5 as far as the story and the characters. I didn't like any of them. It was cool and the story was cool, but the characters I just didn't care about. And for me, it's all about the characters and them keeping me voted. If I don't care about them, I'm not going to be motivated to play it or whatever.
Right.
And there's so many characters, and all of them are just unique but funny. And you'll be riding a coach, and you'll have people in the back. There was these 3 girls I was on the coach with, and they just start singing songs and stuff.
That's kind of cool.
I was fishing with these other guys on the boat, and I was paddling, and they start singing. There's a lot of cool. Even at the campsite when you're celebrating, people will start playing the guitar and the harmonica and have songs and stuff. So detailed. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Rockstar is really, I think, just the best when it comes to creating worlds like that. They're so good.
Yeah, with this, I mean, it's hard to top this. I love Spider-Man and God of War. There's a bunch of great games that came out, but this, I knew I was going to like it, but the fact that they just went this crazy with the detail and just, it's almost unreal how much they stuffed into how huge this world is and expansive.
Well, if you saw the download file, honestly, I'm not surprised.
I know, almost freaking 100 gigs.
Oops.
Yeah, that was a long download. But yeah, so much good stuff. I'll have to talk about it more when I've played more of it, because I'm still so early on. I haven't even been able to there's still things there's still things to learn, even hours and hours and hours into it. Right. So it's there's so much. Really good. Can't say enough about it, really.
No, it's definitely it'll be on my Christmas list.
It's one of those games where you got to put time into it. It takes time, and you kind of just lose hours to it, which is a sign of a good game. Where you start at 2 and next thing you know, you look at your watch and it's 10, stuff like that. Those are the best games, and this is definitely doing it for me. Maybe because I like Western stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not a huge Western guy, but this is really doing it, really, and the graphics are just amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, and the sound too. There's a lot of great Western music, and all really good.
It's a lot of good praise. Yeah, like I said, it's definitely on my list of games to play, and your whole speech right there just made me even more.
It's really cool. How big of a Western guy are you?
I like the culture of it. I'm not a super big Western movie guy. Most of them, I guess, partially because I used to watch them a lot, like with my dad when I was younger. I used to get bored by them.
Oh yeah.
So, but I feel like I would probably be more as an adult. I probably like them more because I have a better attention span.
Yeah. And this starts out much like what was that Tarantino movie? Crazy, was it
Hateful Eight? Yeah, such a good movie.
Very much like the beginning is like, am I watching the Hateful Eight again? Like with the winter and the blizzard, it starts off with that. It's crazy.
Break down the door.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Cool.
Although I am having a problem with it, there is one issue I've been having, and a lot of people have been having it with. I guess my R2 trigger doesn't go 100%, and when you do the there's a quick draw thing, and it won't let me draw my gun on quick draw. I literally have to change my controller setting, because normally it's L2 to aim, to like hold up your gun and aim, and R2 to shoot.
Right.
And during normal gameplay, that's fine. It works perfectly, so and I like it. But when you specifically do the quick draw mode, you like, because you have to hold R2 like really lightly to like hold your to make your hand like get closer to the
like
gun,
hover a little bit,
and then you have to like hit R2 fully to like draw it real quick. And for some reason, I don't know if it's my controller messed up, but I've heard it from a lot of people online that it's happening to them. That it just doesn't work. So I literally have to change my settings to my control settings to the alternate setting, where it uses, instead of L2 and R2, it uses L1 and R1, and it works fine like that. So, but it's just a really hassle. Like whenever that
maybe they'll patch
comes
it
up, I hope, because that's like a real weird thing. I mean, there's a workaround, but it's annoying.
Yeah, but that's annoying though, having to use L1 and R1 to shoot.
Like, I'm curious to know if anyone, like, I know other people have had it, but yeah, I want to know, actually try a different controller. Unfortunately, I only have one controller because my other controller broke. It won't even take a charge. So, yeah, there's that. But that was my only problem with it.
All right.
What have you been geeking into?
Well, really the only thing I've been doing is, I finished up watching The Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah.
It's a Netflix original series. It came out, I think,
into the Halloween spirit.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it came out early October, and a lot of people at my job were raving about it. They were saying it's very good. So I gave it a chance, and it was honestly phenomenal. Easily top 5 for me as far as like Netflix original shows. I think there's 10.
Okay.
But they vary in length. It's really good. I don't want to get too much into it because I want to get to our main topic. But
is it scary?
Yeah, it's scary.
Okay.
It's honestly like unnerving at times, and there's a couple parts where I was like, oh god, like I'm usually not too bad. I'm very decent,
but it is ghosts and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
it's all about ghosts. It's,
okay.
But honestly, the ghosts are like almost like bit players in the show. It's more about like this family and like their interactions with each other and the drama that goes on because of when they grew up in this haunted house and how it's still affecting them till this day. And it's honestly phenomenal. The first like 1 or 2 episodes were very good. Then there were a couple slower episodes, but they were setting the stage for something more grand, and I'm okay with slower exposition-based episodes as long as there's a good payoff, and there was one hell of a good payoff.
Yeah. The
last couple of episodes of the show are so fantastic, and they keep you going. And
like twist-wise, or just good?
Twist-wise and good.
Okay.
There's a really fantastic twist where there's one kid that keeps seeing this broken bent neck lady, broken neck lady, I forget what they call her, and then it's like a ghost that that shows up, and like her head's all crooked and like creepy, and then you find out later on how that relates to the girl, and it's like a mind-blowing experience, and it's such a good twist. It's like it's really like M. Night Shyamalan level of twist.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really good. So anyway, yeah, if you're in the mood for watching like a horror show like that, maybe like American Horror Story or stuff, maybe Twilight Zone, stuff like that. If you're into that genre, I would definitely check out Haunting of Hill House. Very good show, and it wraps up really well. It has a great ending. That really leaves there's a lot of questions in the show, and the finale really wraps up everything, and you feel very like content at the end of it. You're like, wow, I went on an adventure and it was worth it. It was good, very good. Yeah. So with all that good stuff out of the way,
Yeah.
let's break into Ask Reddit top posts of all time.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so starting with number 1, from user San69Core. This is my favorite part where I get to announce people's usernames. Reddit, how would you feel about a law that bans radio stations from playing commercials with honking, beeping, and siren noises in them? 100%. 100% agree with that.
Like to ban commercials with it?
Radio stations from playing commercials. I think, honestly, they can go so far as to ban music with it in there, too. Or just edit it out. It's not necessary.
The worst is the cop cars.
Yeah, because you think there's like an ambulance or a cop behind you or something. Yeah. And then you're like looking around, you're like, oh, it's part of the song, or it's a commercial.
Oh, dude, I was listening to Wolverine The Long Night, and that happened to me with the sirens, and I was like, oh, crap.
I did the same exact thing. Because I listened to it while I'm driving a lot.
Which, first of all, Wolverine Long the Night, I started that. I'm on episode 3. Amazing.
Right?
Really good
Told
stuff.
you it was good. Maybe next episode, I'd love to get your thoughts on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely, I agree with that. With all the negative headlines dominating the news these days, it can be difficult to spot signs of progress. What makes you optimistic about the future?
Marvel movies?
I think that was a much deeper question, but I like the Marvel movies answer.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much. What else is there?
I like
besides Last of Us Part 2.
Disney's coming out with the Star Wars based world, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
No, in all seriousness, I like hearing that they're making progress with like cancer and stem cell research and all that good stuff. That's cool.
I mean, maybe like the stuff with the space exploration.
That's pretty
cool.
Like all that, like Elon Musk and SpaceX and all that good stuff.
To know that maybe the human race can continue on in non-Earth based.
Yeah, because we are destroying this planet.
We're gonna need a new one. We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Without saying what the category is, what is your top 5? That's user Safe Cassis. Oh, I should have actually read the other username for the negative headlines question. User, this is Bill Gates.
Bill, thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, without saying what the category is, what are your top 5? Empire Strikes Back, New Hope, Force Awakens, Return of the Jedi, Solo.
And that's like anything? Any top 5?
I guess any top 5. You don't have to think of one. That was kind of a stupid one.
Chicken nuggets, then mashed potatoes, then pizza, then cereal, and chicken strips.
I'll take what are junk foods for 500, Alex?
Yeah.
All right. That's kind of stupid.
Oh, and Teddy Grahams. Teddy Grahams like the best dessert. The chocolate ones.
What are some slang terms a 50-year-old dad can say to his daughter to embarrass her? Groovy.
Groovy?
Groovy. Radical.
Oh yeah, like
Or you can pull out like newer words like
like
yeet.
Like
what is it? Yeet.
What are you thoughts doing tonight?
How would you feel about a law requiring parents to receive child support to supply the court with proof of how the child support money is being spent? Yes. In a video game, if you come across an empty room with a health pack, extra ammo, and a save point, you know some serious shit is about to go down. What is the real-life equivalent of this? That's user Stygian Unknown. So it's like the real-life equivalent of like finding a bunch of like ammo and supplies because you know you're gonna get into some serious stuff.
So what's your one?
Maybe like parents calling like out your full name in anger. You know something's about to go down. When you check your phone and you see like 16 missed calls from somebody.
Yeah.
Let's see. Your check engine light goes on in your car.
Yeah.
When you're about to go into your bank and there's like police cars up front and like an alarm bell.
I don't think that cup's gonna stay up.
I don't think it is either. I'm just gonna move the cup over here.
Just leave the cup alone.
If they made a show called White Mirror that was about all the positive aspects of the human-technology relationship, what would be the plot of certain episodes? That's user Rajpaj.
Ooh,
Like maybe like kids interacting with like their grandparents on Facebook or something, or like finding old friends from high school they forgot about.
Yeah, maybe like helping like old people remember stuff with like virtual reality.
Right.
Yeah, something like that. All the medical stuff, obviously.
Yeah, that's
medical
true.
Advancements. Maybe with robots we can end slavery.
What about like getting lost in the woods and like finding your way out with like GPS tracking technology?
Yeah. What about like all the solar energy that we can make and stuff through a Dyson sphere.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about like a Stephen King dome?
Yeah.
Like
domes.
keeping out all the bad stuff.
Well,
what is a website everyone should know about, but few people actually know about?
That everyone should know about?
Yeah. I feel like Reddit, honestly.
Yeah, but everyone knows about Reddit.
That's not true. Believe me. There's like
it's like the third most popular website.
I still think people should know about it. Alyssa had no idea what Reddit was when we first started dating.
Well, when was that?
I don't know, 5 years ago?
That was a while, I guess. Yeah, I mean, Facebook is still more popular than Reddit, right?
I can't think of any off the top of my head right now.
I don't really go to websites like I used to anymore. So I don't even know.
Pretty much any of the free Google stuff, like Google PowerPoint or what Google Slides, I think it's called. Google Drive. All right. User Lucid Name says, "You have been accepted for an experiment. You must stay in a room with nothing but bed, toilet, food, water, and no human contact for 1 month. If you succeed for the whole month without giving up, you get $5 million. Do you accept? And what are your coping strategies to avoid a mental breakdown?"
I mean, I don't think I would get a mental breakdown from just being in a place for a month. I
mean, I think my coping strategy would be like, I'm getting $5 million.
Yeah.
I'm getting $5 million.
Because I can sleep half of that month away.
So do you accept?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I accept too.
For $5 million?
For $5 million?
Even for $1 million,
yeah.
I would do it.
I mean, it would suck.
Would it though?
Dude, you literally have nothing. You're in an empty room with just a bed. I mean, I guess you like masturbate a lot.
Of course.
That's literally
that's everything I do anyways.
That's literally all you can do. Yeah, no, I would do it in a heartbeat. That's really
like, what are the downs? Like, how would you go crazy just from a month?
No human contact for a month.
Yeah, who cares?
I like human contact, Mike.
Do you?
Yeah, I like talking to people.
Well, you're weird.
I would still be able to do it for a month though. That's fine.
Yeah, that's. I feel like we would have to raise the stakes to like.
Every time I get bored,
6
I'd be
months.
like, I'm getting. I would probably just start making lists in my head of all the stuff I'm going to do with $5 million.
Right.
That would be my coping mechanism.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm a creative type anyway. I'd rather be like writing or like but you can't have anything, right? You can't even have any
Nothing.
of that.
It's what they say. It was bed, toilet, food, water.
I mean, I'd carve things, places.
With what? Your fingernails?
I'd make a chisel somehow.
Start chipping away your bed or something.
I'll just, you know.
User
like that.
Tough Law says, "What free software is so good you can't believe it's available for free?" Audacity for sure. We use that to record. That's what we use. Thank you, Audacity.
Yeah.
Shotcut. I edit our podcast every week on Shotcut.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Also, Malwarebytes is not. The trial is free, but also you can just delete it and re-download it.
Yeah.
And they don't care. Malwarebytes is fantastic for getting rid of malware on your computer. Like, I think everybody should have that.
If they're using Windows, yeah.
That's how I fix 90% of computers. I can't. Remember, I told you how I have 3 computers. One of those computers was because this computer's broken. I ran Malwarebytes on it and fixed it.
Interesting.
That's how I got a free computer.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the software I use Linux, so a lot of my stuff is open source and free, anyways.
Oh, cool.
So a lot of that stuff is good.
I'm sure there's a bunch of like apps too. Oh, I have a free heart rate monitor. That's really good because I get anxiety and like to check my heart rate sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's useful. Also, like I think like standard stuff that comes on phones is like useful, like flashlight app and stuff like that. Like
definitely the flashlight app is a great one because you need it. There's times where you need. I
use it all the time.
Yeah, I use it a bunch.
I use it all the time. I use it for like simple things, just like I don't want to wake up list in the middle of the night, but I need to check something, so I'll like cover my hand with the flashlight.
Yeah.
I actually have a separate app that allows you to adjust the intensity of it. So I use it for like reading books at night or something like that.
Right.
So yeah, stuff like that. Tip calculators. What could the USA have spent one? I don't even know what this number is. Like that's a lot of zeros.
How many zeros?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 zeros. What is that, quadrillion? That'd be million. No, sorry.
It's more than a trillion.
Million, trillion, quadrillion. I think it's one, whatever five, the 5 is. It's above quadrillion. Quintillion?
Maybe.
Anyway, so what could we have spent that money on instead of a 17-year long war in Afghanistan? That's user Toolmeister. Posted that 34 days ago. That's relatively recent for having 75,000 upvotes.
Wait, so it's
what could we have spent that mad money on?
Or war?
Yeah. Like, what could we have spent it on if, like, let's say we didn't get into the war. Like, there was no danger. What could we have spent that money on instead?
Instead of, like, military stuff?
Yeah.
The U.S. in particular?
Yeah, like, let's say the 9/11 never happened and we didn't have to go to war. What could we have spent it on? I say, like, food, like, feeding the homeless.
Space program.
Program.
Homeless.
Cancer research, diabetes research, Alzheimer's research, all the really bad stuff.
Yeah, a better police force?
Yeah, that's true. Building our cities, building back, like, the ghetto areas. Giving frickin' Flint, Michigan clean water, for God's sakes.
Getting some clean water would be nice for some people that don't have that. I mean, there's just so much.
Yeah, right?
A better prison system, like...
That's true. Bigger prisons, so, like, people aren't crammed up.
Well, yeah.
That's a big issue,
yeah,
overcrowding in prisons.
Yeah. Well, that's because just the laws suck.
Yeah.
But, what else? Maybe better, like, public transportation and all that stuff.
That's true. Yeah, that'd be cool. Like updating like trains and buses. Like I would love to have. Japan has like the bullet train system.
Yeah.
Which like I remember hearing something that like if like the train is more than like 10 minutes late or something like that, they give you like the conductor will come by and give you like a slip to give to your boss.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's insane. Like that they're that accurate. Like 10 minutes late, that's just standard for like the Long Island Railroad. Like that's just standard.
Yeah. Well, the Japanese are like
Efficient. Very efficient.
They're very serious about their train systems.
Yeah, and they're just very cleanly in general, like the cleanliness there.
Yeah, it's important to not to turn this to a Japan cast, but yeah, they like
Japan's
respect people. Like
I can't wait to
pick
go to
up
Japan.
after themselves. They don't just throw stuff around.
I got that Disney Vacation Club. I'm totally using that for Japan one day.
Yeah, one of these days.
Let's do a couple more
Geeklirious
questions.
Goes to Japan.
That'd be awesome. You found a suitcase full of $750,000 in cash and $100 bills in the brush next to a highway. This is very weirdly written. This is user odd craving. You can tell it's been there for at least a year. How would you integrate this money into your life without raising red flags? Oh, so pretty much they're asking me asking us how to money launder.
So. You're 750,000.
Yeah, 750K in
Why
a
is
suitcase.
that specific of a number?
I don't know. This is user odd craving. I don't know.
What's wrong with you, odd craving? What would I do with it? I'd probably just take 20 grand of it, put the rest away somewhere, and kind of just hold on to that.
Yeah, try to find the best. What's it called? How there's a lot of those accounts that the money increases at a higher rate.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of money, I would put my money. I would put the money into some kind of account where it can kind of
But you can't do that because then there's paperwork. You got to stash that.
Oh, I guess that's true. All right, buy a lot of mattresses.
No, you'd probably have to. Yeah, you'd probably have to just stash it in your own spot. Take maybe, like I said, take 50 grand of that. Keep that, on you. Stash the other 700,000. Or probably have, split that up into, 5 or 6 different stashes. And put them in different places around your area or whatever. Maybe, give a piece to your mans. Or,
Yeah, split it up a little bit.
Yes, but and never tell anyone. If you're giving it to your friend or a loved one, be like, "Hey, I found this. I'm giving you half." Never let them know you found the 700.
Yeah.
You just tell them you found. Oh, I found 20 grand. Here's 10 of it.
Yeah.
We good. But yeah, other than that, yeah, you can't work with paperwork or
I guess that's true.
Stuff. Keep it off the grid.
Buy a lot of lottery
And
tickets.
don't even really spend much. I would probably take that and only spend a little bit at first. Maybe spend 5 grand of that here and there a year, maybe. You don't want to go too crazy with it.
Oh, you know what you could do? You can buy something and fix it, something broken.
A car or something.
Yeah, a car, house, you can and then you can pay everything in cash, so there was no paper trail.
Right.
And then just nobody has to know how much you spent on the house.
Exactly. Yeah, stuff like that. Even if you can do it under different name, there's a lot of ways to do it.
And then you can flip those houses.
Exactly. Start making some real money.
Yeah.
Or if you were a drug dealer, you could do drug dealer stuff with it.
Oh yeah, this came into immediately drug dealing.
Well, that's how that money came to be anyways. I mean...
Hey, you don't know
the cycle continues. Not that I would. Hypothetically speaking. If someone buys a pound here and there. Any good ones?
There's a lot of really weird ones. This one's blind gay people of Reddit. How did you know you were gay? That's really confusing.
Blind to gay people?
Well, yeah, like, if they were gay, how do they know they weren't attracted to women or guys if they couldn't?
Is
if
it
they
a
couldn't
sight
see?
thing?
I mean,
Like I'm seeing it and I'm attracted, or are you just like?
I guess so. I mean, like, I'm straight, and I see a girl, and I'm like, they're attractive, but I don't really see guys and like they're an attractive person. I think sight is a big part of it. You know what I'm saying?
But so close your eyes. A dude and a chick are there. I mean, you're still gonna be attracted to the girl, maybe by their voice, right? I guess if you're straight, can you go by voice? Can you be attracted by voice?
I think so. I mean, sex hotlines, right?
True, but that's like not because of the voice. That's like because what they're saying.
I guess
right?
that's true.
Although there are those ASMR, with the voice.
Oh my
people
God,
get
yeah.
attracted to all that stuff. So there is that.
All right, here's what we can probably do. So user Cram1217 asks, what's something your employer did that instantly killed employee morale? Remember the time that we were working at that unnamed supermarket and they took away free water for a while? And then we brought it to their attention that it was illegal to do that, and they reinstated the free water.
And then they took our coffee.
And then they took the coffee.
Yeah.
That immediately killed morale. Oh.
Well, I don't drink, so I don't drink coffee, so that didn't lower my morale, but people were not happy.
Oh, people hated that.
And then they got it back, just like the water, so.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that was still ridiculous, though. Like, I literally had to go to the store manager and be like, hey, I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's kind of a law to have a water supply. We don't have a water fountain anywhere on the premises, so you need to supply us with bottled water.
And they're like, oh...
It's like, oh, yeah, that's right.
But we're spending too much money on bottled water. It's like, come on now.
It's like, you don't have a filtered water system, so, like, I'm not freaking sipping out of the bathroom. That killed me. That was, like, one of the worst things.
Yeah.
Alright, user deleted.
Thank you, deleted, for your question.
I don't think they have an account anymore. Let's pretend violent video games teach you how to use a gun to kill people. What are other skills you have inconspicuously picked up playing video games?
Oh, I'd be a blacksmith by now.
Yeah, right?
Definitely. I would definitely be a spaceship pilot.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see, cooking?
Yeah.
Like...
Mining. I'd be a mercenary. I'd be able to be a mercenary. Like
I think I've played enough WWE games. I know how to be a pro wrestler.
Yeah,
I'd be like the next Hulk Hogan.
Definitely.
Driving cars, like professionally.
Hunting witches and demons and all that stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'd be like Wayne Gretzky playing all that NHL.
I'd be really adept at jumping on turtles.
Yeah.
And smashing bricks with my hands. Be a parkour runner.
Be really good at spying, like Solid Snake.
What? All right, so user violating badgers. I really hope you're not. What are some of the most interesting 24/7 live streaming webcams to watch from around the world?
What are 24-hour... What?
You never seen those like on like the internet? Like, there's some webcams that are 24 hours, like just filming a certain area.
Oh yeah, like the security.
They have. I'm pretty sure they have one for Abbey Road. Where the Beatles took their famous album cover, and like I've watched the stream for like a little bit, and it's constantly just people like recreating the pose across the street. It's kind of interesting.
I think the only one I've really watched is the space station one.
Yeah,
where they do that, like the satellite, where you just get to see the Earth, and it's nice to watch while you're drunk or something on substance.
I like the Twitch stream where they had like goldfish playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think
I didn't watch that. I just heard about that, though.
I tuned in a couple times. Like I wasn't like
people really want
intently.
How do you watch?
Yeah,
that?
I wasn't intently watching it for like hours on end. I would tune in for like maybe 5 minutes, and I get bored of it.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny. What are the user Snicker Fritz asks, what are the best, most useful, and must-have Google Chrome extensions? Ad blocker for one.
Yeah, but you don't want to use that for everything because, you want to support the sites you like.
That's true. Screw YouTube, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Grammarly is fantastic.
Yeah.
There's also that, I forget what it's called, but there's that one that, like, gets you the best, like, prices for, like, not Amazon, what is it? Like, if there's a promo code available, it'll, like, search for you in the background and, like, put in the code if applicable.
Yeah.
So, I haven't used that one myself, but I would imagine that's pretty good.
Yeah, I try to keep my extensions
to a minimum.
Bare. Yeah, I like the Gmail one.
Mm-hmm.
The Google Translate one is really good. Mostly the Google ones, because obviously I use Chrome. I do Firefox as well.
User Dual Million. What bot accounts on Reddit should people know about?
I don't know any famous bots.
RTD2? C3PO?
Like, I know there's bots, but I can't think of, like, the bots on the top.
There is that one bot that I think came about recently that, like, checks spelling, which is hysterical to me.
Yeah.
Because I just like seeing, like, because people normally always upvote that bot because it's really funny.
Yeah.
I don't know really any bots though.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more. I'm gonna look for a really good one.
That's funny how a bot can be more famous than an actual person.
It's true.
You get more upvotes too.
Yeah.
No one wants to downvote a bot. That's how Terminator 2 happened.
That's true.
Skynet got downvoted.
All right. All right. Last one. What tasty food would be disgusting if eaten over rice?
Eaten over rice?
Yeah. Peanut butter. Probably be pretty gross.
Peanut butter on rice, yeah.
Yeah. Like, peanuts are okay, but peanut butter, like, slapping some Skippy over some, like, white rice is kind of gross.
What about,
Like, I think anything really sweet, like candy, like a couple Snickers bars or something like that would be kind of gross.
Yeah, that'd be pretty... What about ice cream?
Oh, God. Oh, man. Yeah, that's terrible. It's like rice pudding's okay, but, like...
Well, that's rice anyways.
Yeah.
I love rice pudding.
Rice pudding is really good. What else? What else would you be intolerable? Oh, like a popsicle. Just throwing a popsicle and some rice.
Trying to think. What about what about even mixing it with other pasta, like spaghetti?
Oh, that'd be weird. It'd be a weird texture thing, like just throwing some spaghetti with marinara on top of rice.
Yeah,
that'd be so weird. I feel like I said before, most sweet things would be terrible. Like cereal would be pretty terrible.
Like some Frosted Flakes on it.
Some Lucky Charms over rice. Jesus, there's some loud Italians outside.
Do we got a one good one to end off on?
Yeah, I think that was a good one. I like that one.
That's the one?
I was looking through... oh, you want one more? You want a better one?
Maybe a better one.
Alright, let's see. Okay, here's one. What will be the turns out cigarettes are bad for us of our generation? So, something that we currently do that we have no idea is probably bad for us, and then, 20 years from now, it'll be like, oh, I can't believe everybody did that.
Definitely the whole, I see it on Snapchat now, where people just, they'll play a song just to Snapchat. It's weird.
What?
They'll turn
Snapchat
on a song
doesn't give you cancer,
to...
Mike.
It could. It should.
It could be cell phones.
Yeah, maybe just like taking selfies and stuff.
Maybe like, I feel like with all these like privacy things with like Facebook, like maybe social media in general, would be terrible.
I mean, it really is.
Microwaves. Laptops on your crotch.
Video games, maybe.
Eyesight, yeah.
Maybe the VR like ends up giving you some like eye leukemia or something.
Yeah, or like messing with your brain.
Yeah,
because like it's like your brain is like expecting there to be something and it's not, and like too much VR over time could like screw with your mental faculties.
Yeah.
What about like foods? Like, what do you think is like a really like a food fad that came out recently? Like maybe like kombucha or something.
Oh.
Oh, what about like microwavable meals or something?
Like TV dinners?
Like TV dinners, yeah.
I mean, those are delicious.
No, what? No, they're terrible. What?
Whatever. You and your fine cuisine.
Lean cuisine, man. Gotta get that penguin.
No, it's
the kid cuisine?
No, the manwich, man.
Manwich.
The manwich.
Corned beef hash.
10-pound things of TV dinner. With the whole chicken.
Hungry man.
Yeah, the hungry man. Yeah, those things.
Air. Maybe air. You ever hear that theory that air is like poisonous to us and it's like just slowly killing us?
Yeah.
I can't believe we breathed unfiltered air for that long.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we've gone long enough. I definitely want to revisit this because it's fun every time we do it, I feel like.
This is fun. Let us know if you guys think it's fun. If we should do another one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, that about does it for Geeklirious episode 49. I've had one hell of a blast. I hope you guys did too.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I guess we will see you on the flip side.
Yeah, something like that.
Ciao.
On the next issue of Geeklirious. Tune in next week. What's that smell?
What did that smell?